Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. I'm hoping everything is going right, and yeah, welcome aboard. So we're wanting to do today's challenge. I've already downloaded it. It is challenge 217, Fast Blast from the Past. So we are looking at some Formula One racing, blah blah blah. Each season, teams travel around the world. Points are awarded to top driver on a points-based system. This week's challenge: sample lap data for races 14 to 17. We'll find each driver's lap completed. Use the race data to figure out who finished in the points for each race, and find the top 3 races across the sample. Okay. This race takes place at different tracks. Each race has a unique number of laps. Cool. Additionally, races are constrained to a 2-hour window. Not all races will complete the scheduled number of laps. So we are wanting to work out, let's go and have a look. So I've already downloaded it, it's in my local file. And we have our view here. Okay, so we have our, let's just go run this because I haven't yet run it. So we want to work out for each race, for each lap. Okay. So we've got a total number of laps, and effectively we want to find out who has the lowest lap time across for each file. And then we can work out for their position how many points they get in order to calculate the total points across the season. Right, that makes sense. So let's just check our metadata. We are looking at the right values, that's cool. Now, one thing that is worth noting is if I zoom in here, because we've got the lap as a double, right? If we use that to aggregate on, that can potentially cause us errors and issues. But I'm thinking we can just aggregate on the file name and on the name of the driver. So we could probably get around that. So let's have a look. We're going to bring in a summarize tool. And we want to group by we'll start with the race, because we want to bring the races together first, and by the driver. Right, so we want to know in each race for each driver. Now the car, what is the car information? Let's go. We want to look at the data field. There we go. On the input, the car. Yeah, that's just a constructor's information, so I don't think we need to worry about that. But we can see, here we go. Alright, so I've got the number of laps. I'm going to take the maximum number of laps, just to make sure it all comes through and they've completed the same number of laps. So if they haven't done the maximum number of laps for each race, then they shouldn't be included, right? So they haven't finished. Right? But what we're going to work out is we are going to sum our lap time. Right? That'll work out how long each racer has taken across that race. So we can now see, let's see, on the output, in Belgium, timing, he's done 44 laps, but Di Ricciardo has only taken 13 laps. So we don't want him to be included. Basically, anyone who hasn't done the maximum number of laps for a race, and I'm actually going to go and bring in a second summarize. I'm just going to work out for each event the maximum number of laps. Race lap length. There we go. So I can work out for each race. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So in Belgium, it's a 44 lap race. In Canada, 70 laps. Right. So we can bring in and basically get rid of any individual driver who hasn't done the maximum number of laps. Because if they haven't done the maximum number of laps, then they haven't actually completed the race. Get rid of those fields. We don't need them anymore. Go. Alright, so on our output, so joins on float or double, and that's just because of the, I might actually take account for that, just to remove that error message, or that warning message. So insert, select tool, I'm just going to turn the lap into an integer, and it's just to make sure that our laps are nice and tidy. Alright. So we now know, we look at the left output, these are all the racers who didn't finish. Right, there's a lot of them that made it to lap 43. Right. Ooh. Now, one catch I'm thinking, if they made it to, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, well, I can just look there, 13, yep, that's cool. So we can now see, I think, here we go, so, in Germany, got a series of them that didn't make the maximum number of laps. Now this could be an issue. Alright, so because we've got 1, 2, 3, I'm not sure how many, does it tell me how many rows? No. So I've highlighted 6 rows here, and what I am suspecting might be a problem is that because our points are decided all the way down to 10th place, we don't have 10 races, then they're not going to come through. So maybe this filtering option isn't going to work for us. I'm just going to put it off to the side for a second. And I'm going to go on a slightly different tangent. I'm going to sort this. I will need to sort in either case just to make sure I've got them in there. I'm going to sort by our race. The order doesn't matter. Then I'm going to sort by the lap time in descending order. And this is where I would actually I'll make it in ascending order. No, because that's not going to work, because I want the fastest people who completed. Okay. Yeah. So you look at Ricardo. Right, he's finished 13 laps, which makes him the quickest. So Belgium, yeah. Veluzzi is the fastest or the slowest. Yeah, we should be going the other way. descending order. Yeah. So all these first three guys, they didn't finish. They are DNFs. So we need to really remove them. Oh, that's what we can do. So we can sort by the max lap in descending order. So basically, if they make it to that lap, they're on the last lap, on the final lap. I did it again. But I need it to go before time. There we go. So it's just adding that second level. There we go. So now we're looking at Sebastian Vettel finished 44 laps. That was his total time. So if we go down to our second plate, our first guy, he's finished 43 laps. So even though his time is faster than the likes of these names in here, he hasn't finished as many laps, so he doesn't count for those points. Okay. All right. Next thing we want to do is we only care about our top 10, so we don't need this bit. We can delete that. Hopefully we can get through this one today and it'll be a nice quick stream. And I'm going to sample I'm going to group by race, and I want the first 10 in each race. So we now have in Belgium, on the way out, there we go. Our first 10 finishes, so they're all going to get points. We can look now. Because it's not a consistent scale, I really don't want to do that calculation manually. But what I will do is I'm going to bring in a multi-row formula. I'm going to give it a value of 1 to 10, basically. So I'm going to give them their finishing position. Second thoughts, there we go. Finishing place, right? It is going to be grouped by file name again, and it's going to be previous row of finishing place plus 1. So when we get to a new race, it'll start counting. Alright, so 1 to 10. Alright, and continue on 1 to 10, so on. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transpose my dataset. I'm going to remove all the text, so yay, a regex again. Right, so let's do the quick transpose. I have no key fields in this, right, because there's nothing I'm wanting to duplicate. I just want everything transposed. And I'm going to pass text to columns. And what I am going to pass is I'm going to replace any letter, and that can be, actually, no. Yeah, I'm going to pass. And all I'm going to pass is 1 digit and a second optional digit, which will be 0 or 1. Where is he? Plus. And then it can have, actually it just can be anything after that. Right? So we're looking for, let's just zoom in there for you. Oopsie. We are looking at a digit, followed by maybe a second digit, right? Because that will count for 10th. That'll be a 1, 0. Everything else is just 1 to 9. And then it's going to take out, whoopsie, undo that, didn't mean to do that, followed by anything. Right? We're going to create a column called place. Yep, we'll just call it place. Here we go. Let's zoom out. Hit run. Oh. Did I say 1 or more? It should be appearing as 0. Oh, because that's, yeah. Was that 1 or more? Ah, yeah, plus is 1 or more, so it was enforcing it. Oh, actually, I can just go and delete that one. I can have 1 or more digits. I don't need that second option. There we go. Right, so I can now join that placing to my finishing position, and then I can just aggregate for each person, see who got the highest points. I'm going to go away. Notifications are annoying. It's not going to come up. Taking too long. Hopefully I don't get any more. It's just going to be a short stream today anyway. So, yeah, we can just look at this one race, or this one challenge. Alright, so we are joining by finishing place to place, and I only want the value to be output, right? Because that's the number of points I get. I'm going to join finishing place in here to place, and I'm just going to keep that one. There we go, repeating myself. Strings to strings, which is my string? I think this one here should be, yep, you want to be output as an integer. Try again. There we go. So all the guys that came first got 25 points for each race. Scroll to the bottom, 1 point for anyone that got 10. Right, and the sorting gets changed because of an internal sort within the join by lining it all up by the finishing place. Then we want to do summarize according to person. We want to sum the number of points they got, and then to finish off, we want to sample the first 3 rows. And it is just the first 3 rows because we're looking for over the course of the entire 13 races or the entire season. Hit run. We should come up with Vettel and... missed one step. I needed to sort it in descending order according to the number of points. Yeah, descending order. There we go. Vettel, Alonso, and Button. Vettel, Alonso, and Button. There we go. Might just update our fields. We can look at driver name and CHAMPI ship. So we line up. And annoyingly, it means I need to resort. There's a feature they're supposed to be bringing in is to track those column changes down. It can't come soon enough for my liking. There we go. Alright. Driver name, championship points, driver name, championship points. Vettel 1281, Vettel 281. Oh, there we go. And that's the challenge. All right. I am going to call it there for today. Thank you very much. That's just the one exercise. I'm going to go and post that up as a successful run. And until next week. Cheers.